Hello, lovely Dylusionists. Welcome into the studio. Welcome in. My goodness. Oh, let me tip that. My goodness me. It's still windy, but we survived the night. Nothing flew away. So, hopefully. So, I was thinking what I was going to do today. I usually start just a shape. And I thought, I have these legs left, don't I, from yesterday? So how about I turn that into some type of tag? So I'm going to cut off the arms and then, oh, excuse me, boop. I'm going to do that. And I think I'm going to do like Santa coming down the chimney type of thing. So I was thinking I could use a square to make that a little bit like a chimney and have Santa stuck. What do you think? Yes, that's what I'm going to do. So how am I going to make this look like a chimney? I know. Let's draw some snow. Does that look like snow? That can be snow, and I'll colour that a little bit blue. In fact, I'll do that now. Now then, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday because I was doing this. I did the technique of just adding a little bit of colour. So let's get a pale blue. Sometimes I water down the colours if I want it to be really pale, and I can always tell because I wrap a bit of washi tape down. So this is London blue, really watered down, and I want a plain water brush. Where's that gone? Is it in here? I should put one in each bag. I split mine. I have warms in one bag and cool colours in the other bag, and I should really put a water brush in each one, but you know, I'll just talk about it forever and not actually do it. So, right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a bit of water like so, and then just add a bit of the blue in. Oh, it's very porous, is this? It's a lot more porous than my mixed media cardstock, so it's sucking it in, but it's okay. Okay, and then I'll just do a little bit along the top as well. I just want the impression that it's snow. Perfect. Right, what colour's a chimney pot? It's like a darkish red, isn't it? Orangey red. Would it be Fiery Sunset? Or let's try on this. Oh no, because that's not white. Oh well, we can have a go. Let's have a look. We've got Fiery Sunset is the dark orange. This one. Does that look? Oh, that's a bit too. And where's Perspex? Or should I go brown? I suppose brown's better, isn't it? Or how about brown with orange over the top? Sorted. So, oh, I know what I could do. Let's do a bit of grouting. Okay, so let's have some bricks. I used to help my dad bricklay. That's what he was. He was he was a builder, but he specialised in bricklaying when he was younger. Oh, yes. And then let's do the bricks in brown. Ooh, let's do the grout in desert sand. Now we're going straight onto these shapes, so it does go a bit paler. And I haven't allowed for my pen to totally dry, so I might get a little bit of smudging. You could be sensible and wait, but you know you're not going to get that from me. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, right. Does this look at all chimney-ish? What was that song? And a chimney on her. It's to make me laugh. It was a rave song, wasn't it? So it's December the 18th. This could be my last tag. I will try, but life is getting quite hectic now. I'm going to go do the darker again. So I'm going to do the bricks again just to see if it'll make it a little bit stronger. It might not, but I quite like it. I don't really think it's made a lot of difference, but in my head it has. In my head it's made all the difference. Wonderful. Oh, it's a nice chimney, isn't it? Pleased with that. Right then, so what tag am I going to put it on? It's going to be quite big because, oops, we have to his legs have to be, oh, they could be like that actually. La 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 la. So it's going to be a biggish tag. So let us look. Do a bell, but oh no, bell's not big enough. Star's not big enough. I actually think it might have to be Christmas trees not big enough. It might have to be a tag, a tag shape tag. Bauble not big enough. Oh, let's go with one of the big ones. Well, it is the 18th. Let's treat ourselves to a big tag. There. Oh yeah. Now then. Am I going to have that right at the top? So this then needs to be blue, I suppose. I'm going to do it blue. And I do have one hanging around. The Just Indigo, the newer Just Indigo. Oh, that might work. I was using that this morning for something else. So let's have a look. Oh, this isn't the shimmer. Is it the shimmer? No, this is just the plain. I'll tell you what, let me do one coat of plain. I do want shimmer. And I will then put one coat of shimmer over the top. I might not get the strength of shimmer I require, but at least there will be some. Right. Shimmer duty. It's Christmas. Good grief. We can't be scrimping on the shimmer. Here we go. Of course, mine are pre-production bottles that don't look anything like your bottles. They just have this on the top. Look, first production. So I okay everything, then I test everything, and then I have to test the oh, I've lost my big cloth. How can I lose a big cloth? How strange. Luckily I have another one. But how can I lose that? Look, it's this big, I can't lose it. Anyway, so then I have to test first batch. So they make a big vat of paint and I have to okay it because sometimes it doesn't actually translate. There might not be enough shimmer in, it might be just slightly different colour. So I get sent those and then I don't want to waste it. When I make all my samples, it's always with first production because they haven't made the little bottles and I've got to get ahead. I've got to get ahead of things, haven't I? Oops. So, and I don't want to waste them, so I just continue using them. Might seem silly. You might think, well, Diane, you've got lots of it. I do, but it's just a waste. You know, I don't like waste, as you know. So the second coat is the shimmer, and if it's not shimmery enough, I will put a third coat on. I don't think it's going to be shimmery enough, so let's give it a quick waft. Can you see I'm moving this? I want to waft it. Yeah, one more coat. One more coat. Very thin coats. Never try and dry thick coats, because it's a bit like when you do your nails and you think it's dry and you do that and it's not. So just thin coats. You can waft thin coats. Last bit. So this is going to be the night sky. La la la. La la la. Oh, should we have the reindeers going over the top? We could do, couldn't we? We can have the reindeers going over the top, trying to wedge his butt out of my chimney. So in that case, it needs to be really dry. But what I'll do is I'll go back to the other. I'll just give this a waft. Now, I think I want to add some stars. So let me go to my smaller stencils and see if I've got a star. I'm sure the stars, I could use those snowflakes. I could use those if I can. Oh no, there it is. Perfect. The large stencils tend to get discontinued quicker than the smaller stencils. More people buy the large. So even though this has been out, this is gone, been discontinued, the small is still available. At the time of filming, should I say, should I preface it with that? So I'm going to go all over because it doesn't matter that I'll miss some bits. And I'm going to go with white linen shimmer. And I am going to need, oh look, that was white linen. Oh, I might be able to do it. That was white linen, but it's gone grey because I'll have picked some colour up. But we'll try it. Let us try. If it doesn't work, I'll wipe it off and we'll go again. Because I don't clean my mat thoroughly, sometimes it picks up a bit of other colour. Okay. La 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 la. Come down the sides. Oh, that doesn't look very neat, does it? So I'm going to take that off. Now, I'll tell you why that doesn't look very good. Because the blending tool isn't soft enough. See, look, it just comes off. So because I used a blending tool that was a bit firm, it doesn't get into all the nooks and crannies that I want it to. So just wipe it off. And I'm going to get a clean one. Serves you right, Diane, for trying to cut corners. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So this will be a lot softer, and you watch, this will go in all the nooks and crannies, all the crooks and grannies. Can you see? There's a world of difference there. Oops, I've just moved it. Come on, Diane, get in position. There we go. I might just go over those top ones again. Just strengthen them a little. There we go. Can you see the difference? So it's worth getting the extra. I usually always do, but I knew I'd been using one yesterday and I thought, oh, it'll be okay. I'll manage, but I wasn't. It wasn't. It was not to be. Okay, so I'm going to put this to one side to dry. Let's get this way, and then I think I want to triple emboss with clear my chimney. My chimney, chimney, chim chiroo. So clear. There's no point putting a colour on because the colour will just wipe out whatever I've put on there. I know I've said this, but I'm very chuffed with my chimney. It's the little things. Clear. Oh, clear diamond rocks. And the dabber. Cover it completely. Dab, dab, dab. Oh, look at it coming up a different colour because it's wetting it again. It's coming up the colour I originally put on, but none of the colour will come off onto your dabber. But can you see how that's enriched the colour? So let's encapsulate it in clear. Let's do 3 coats. I'm not going to embed into this because I think there's enough going on. Have I done a tag yet without doing my triple embossing? Maybe one of the card ones. I just love to emboss. Right, this is coat 1 melting. And if you liked what I've done, I have got a whole 3-day weekend of this at Stampers Anonymous in January. All stamping techniques and using all the rocks, the dust, the shapes, and there's brand new ones coming out and you will be the first to use them because they come out actually after the class, but I'm sneaking them in there for you. Second coat. So if you go to my website, dianereevelyandmore.com, you can find all the details. Emmy might put a link above this. I'm not sure. It depends if she's got... Sometimes she doesn't actually listen to what I'm saying because I'm a mother. She gets a bit fed up of me talking. So sometimes she just edits the video without listening. But I'll try and remember to tell her. And she could put a link up above. There's a full weekend doing all this. And then there is a whole weekend making a book. So, right, I'm not embedding, so 3rd coat. Perfect. 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 Oops. There's my chimney. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiree. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Right, let's give this a little waft. Make sure everything's dry because I am going to have the reindeer. Now am I going to have the large reindeer or I'm going to have the small reindeer? I think I'm going to go for the large because it'll make it look nearer. La, da, 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 da. Let's have them like that, yes. So, onto here. Let us ink up. Remember, this and this is the same, but this is sort of diffused into a foam pad where this is. So that's why I use that for the shapes, and I use this for stencils or stamping. Oh, wrong one. Okay. So I'm going that way. Press down, and then let's add some black pebbles and hope it doesn't stick everywhere. This could be a big mistake. Oh, oh, very nice. The girl did good. Now, I don't know if you can see here. I have some powder where there shouldn't be powder. Here. So I'm just gonna fluff that off. There we go. And then I'll heat it. And I'm not sure if I'll need a second coat, so I'm just gonna put it on and have a look. But I forgot to tell you which set this was off. This is from Mr. Boo's Adventure. So the larger one, and the larger one goes that way, whereas the original one goes the opposite way. Let me find the original one, then I can show you them side by side. Here we go. So this was the original set called Elf Improvement Class. And can you see, there's Mr. Boo, he's still on there, but they're going that way, and they're, okay, and then on this one, we have the sleigh and one reindeer separately, and then we have 3 reindeer and Mr. Boo's still on there. So it's the same one, larger and going in opposite directions. I think I'm having a hot flush now. Right, so I'm going to heat this. I want it to sort of be sky-like, so I don't want it, you know, when I do the rocks, I don't want it to be solid like that. So it's probably going to be enough. Let's start here. I think that's enough, that's fine. I could have just stamped it in black, but I wanted it to stand out a bit more. And if I'd have stamped it just in black ink, the stars would have shone through, which would have been fine, but I think I prefer this. There we go. Okay. They've got a bit of that ethereal look, haven't they? So let's clean that up. I always clean it off the stamps because it's quite, I wouldn't say oily. It's got that slickness. If you were then to put a colour on the top, it wouldn't fully cover it. It would sit on the top. So always clean your stamp off. Hang on, I'm just going to have a... Oh, what's rattling? What is rattling over there? You're driving me mad. Right, so now let's ensemble. Let me do a little running stitch. Around the edge. And if this is my last one, I think we've gone out with a bang. I'm going to try my best. If I'm late, please forgive me. But I will try my best to add more. Okay, so the chimney will go there. And then Santa stuck there. It looks as though he's going the opposite direction, doesn't it? Let me try him that way. I'm just trying to decide which way. I think that way. Right, so I'm going to glue this one down first. Do take the end off your sticky thing, off your double-sided. Glue stick, glue stick. There we go. And then let's tape this one. What do we think? There we go. I think that. La 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 la. La 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 la. I just saw this fabulous, I think it was a TikTok, that a woman sent to her friends and neighbours, and she was sat with her dog, and her dog had on, he looked like one of the three kings, and she then proceeded to sing Ave Maria badly, a bit like I would, and the dog started howling, and it was just 2 minutes of mayhem. And it was the best thing I've seen for a long time. It was so funny. And I thought, if I sent an actual videoed card, I would be tempted. I would be very, very tempted. Okay, let's outline it. Let's outline these. Oh, a little bit sticking up there. I do like it. I am wondering whether to, I think I'm going to outline the stars, you know. I wasn't going to, but I am now. Not brilliantly, probably quite badly, as usual, because that's our roll. Yeah, I think that's better. Dee, dee, dee. Dee, dee. I forgot to tell you yesterday, it was my gorgeous Sonny's first birthday. Oh, well, actually, I hadn't been to the party. I was going to say when I went to the party, but by the time I did the video, I hadn't been to the party, had I? So yes, the youngest of my grandchildren was 1 yesterday, and he had a little birthday party. So he's Tom's son, and Tom has the oldest of my grandchildren, which is Maisie, who is coming up 19-ish. and he has the youngest, which is Sonny at 1. So he has an 18-year gap between children. Serves him right, doesn't it? Perfect. Right, let's colour in Santa's legs. I'm going to give him brown boots. I think I'm going to give him dark brown, so they're going to be ground coffee. Ground coffee boots. I was going to do black, but there's a lot of black up there with the reindeers. So, and this is a very dark brown anyway. And then Santa's pants are normally black, aren't they? But they're going to be red. And today they're going to be postbox red. But I think I'm going to leave the cuffs white and add a little bit of my diamond stickles on. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do the back of the tag first. What am I going to put on the back? Still have some flurry, Santa. Santa, flurry. I'm going to put flurry. I don't know why. Do I have to have a reason? Boing. And I'm going to put it upwards. I think I'm going to go over the black here with a white pen. Yes. And I might change the outline to white as well. There was just something not quite right. And I think that could be, yes. Always listen to your instincts. If you're like, never, Well, what have I done? I've wiped the paint off this tag once. And now I'm changing my doodling. Doesn't matter. Nobody knows what you were going to do in the first place, so it won't matter. Right, so I'm going to go over the stars again in white. And I'm not going to cover it completely. So if you can see some of the black, I'm not bothered. So I've got black and white on these stars. You could be really neat and go over it, or you could just leave it. I prefer that. I prefer that. I don't know why, but I do. I don't know why I love you, but I do. Does anybody else just have stupid random songs just hike themselves into the head? My life is, and I don't even really listen to music. Oh, I tell you, I have been listening to Jesse Wilds. He is a young American who does quite satirical, what's the word? Things that are going on. And I absolutely love him, and I've downloaded everything of his on Spotify. I just really like him, and he sounds like he's like a Bob Dylan reincarnated. Quite, not political. Well, I suppose it could be, yeah. Current affairs he talks about. He sings, and I just love him. But I do like to watch him on TikTok. and he has a song for everything. But I haven't listened to him enough for him to get stuck in my head as an earworm. But I'm sure it will happen. He has a song about going to Target, which is quite catchy. Jessie, Jesse. That's what I wanted to call Ben, and everybody was like, you can't call him Jessie. And I loved the name, I still do. He's like, oh, thank God you didn't, but you know. Perfect. Right then, let's have a bit of blue and a bit of red ribbon. Still haven't sorted them out, so am I going for one of those? That's quite snowy, isn't it? Let's go for that one, and let's find some red. I'm just going to break my neck now climbing over here. Ooh, now Diane, can I just put my beady little eye on? Pudding! Right. A bit of frou-frou. A bit of frou-frou there. I make myself laugh, you know. I always look on the table for things, but I've usually put them away. Every time I go choose my scissors, I look on the table. Like, why? Because I always put them away straight away. I crack myself up. La da da da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I don't know why I love you, but I do. Ah, look at that. I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm just wondering whether to just put a... Yes, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just take a photo first, because when I put stickles on, you know, it takes 84 years to dry. So let me photograph the back. Oops. Dee 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 dee. Where is my camera? Here it is. And then I'm going to put some stickles on the front. I think I'm just going to put a row across now, which was the one that worked, because about 4 days ago one of these wasn't working, and I said I was going to it just puttered. Right, I'm just gonna have a little bit. Oh, let's have a little highlight. Oh, I was going to do it here as well. Gosh, I forgot. I was going to do it on his turnips, wasn't I? There we are. I'm going to put a tick on this one. Tick, because that's the one that's working well. Okay, there we go. So I've done 18 days. I probably will do more, but do forgive me if I'm late. I did promise only 12, but I am going to try and do the full caboodle. Okay. Enjoy!